G'day chaps and welcome back. This is now episode 3 of The Long Dark Stalker start on Timberwolf Mountain. Firstly, some good news. I have gone in and fixed the frame rate in DX Story, so massive apology for the really bad frame rate. I went back and checked the last 2 episodes and it's not up to the standards that I think are necessary to produce videos. So I apologize for that, and I hope very much that you've stuck with me. I've no idea if you have, because I'm recording all of this in one day, but I can only hope that you've managed to put up with it. What else is going on? Okay, so we have kind of gone from the frying pan to the fire a little bit, in that I'll just show you. I'll start the game. I've actually managed to restore our condition. We're up to 97%, so we slept a whole day. We got rid of our hypothermia. I've also cooked up some water, and I've repaired all of our clothes as much as I could. So I broke down that the bedroll we had, and I've repaired that as much as possible. Actually, we don't need to take that, but we'll take everything else. We have some pretty good tools. Drop that second knife. I guess I can leave the rifle cleaning kit and the whetstone here too. They're not necessary. We only have the one flare. So what we really want now is food. We are really close to starving and starting to take a condition hit because of that. We need food, flares, lantern fuel. We don't have much of that. I don't need that rope, so I'll drop that. What else is going on? Yeah, some medicine would be good. I guess we're doing okay. I've also moved us down to the other side of the cave, so I've walked through the entire cave. Yes, we need some food. So that's our current emergency. So, if you played this before, you recognise where we are. Minus 10. Ooh. But it's 10 hours of daylight left, or it looks like a storm might be coming in. So we're gonna get down. We need some food, or we're gonna start dying. So I'm gonna go down and check those containers down here. We do have the single flare to scare off the wolf if we need to. I'm really happy to see that you're now getting a very healthy 50 odd 60 frames per second right now. That makes me happy. Where's Wolfie? Where is Wolfie? I'm going to get our flare out just in case. We will scare him. We're not going to take him on, because that would be really foolish at this stage. There's no sign of him, so let's just let's grab these quick. See what we can see. There's also the containers at the other side of the cave. Towards the top of the... perfect. This is what I was hoping for, and this is what I thought was down here. So right away we're going to cram some of these in our faces. Even though Wolfie's around here somewhere. Let's get the worst condition. Let's eat it. Let's just get some calories in our body. Right. Now we can carry on with our search. Let's see what else we find. Everything from here on out is a bonus. Tea, coffee, please. Yes. Coffee can give us a massive help if we get in the same kind of situation that we did in our last episode, where we have 0 energy. Oh, there's a rope there. I've never noticed that before. I should have. I don't think that's very helpful though. Where is that wolf? It could be literally over one of these little hills. And I'm really nervous of getting attacked at this stage of the game, because wolves seem to have been tweaked. Let's just do this quickly and get out of here. Wolves seem to be more dangerous than they used to be, firstly. And the other big thing is our clothes. Yes, excellent, very good matches. This is all life-giving stuff. What I should do, in terms of strategy, what we do next, what I should do is go back through the cave now. And go and check the other bunch of containers to see what's in there. And I might just edit out the bit where I go through the cave, because that's not going to be too interesting to you. Right, let's just skip this. I don't mean skip it, let's just skip town. Let's get out of here before Wolfie comes back. This is very much his territory, and we're not going to fight him for it. The other thing is, obviously, it still feels like -12. Our clothes are terrible. So we just want to get back to the cave ASAP. We're going to repair ourselves in the cave. We're going to warm up. I'm thinking clothes. We're going to see if any of those clothes we just picked up can be repaired and used and give us any kind of temperature boost. Where the hell is the wolf? That's really weird. He's normally here. He normally is all over there. Goes right up to the containers. We got really lucky then. Very, very cool. So if we sleep a little bit more, I mean our conditions is 97. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to maintain a really good condition from here on out. Yeah, this weather's not good. Let's get back in our cave where we feel comfortable. It's also our base for leaving stuff, so our rope, for example, I've just dumped it on the floor. This is my little pile. I'm gonna just maintain a single pile of stuff. Just because... Alright, let's eat. Eat, drink and be merry. At least we're warm enough in the caves now, which is excellent. Gonna go... Ah, it sounds... Ah, storm just came in. We really got lucky. We really got lucky then. Really got lucky. We managed to pick up all that food just before the storm came in. So our weight is pretty good. Okay, so that's all. All our stats are looking excellent. We could do with some meds, which makes me tempted to go back up to the other. Let's see if we get any kind of bonus from any of these. Heavy wool sweater. What are we wearing now? We're wearing a thin wool sweater, so if we repair the heavy wool sweater, that should help us. All of these are pretty useless, and we have one piece of cloth. Thin wool sweater. Let's repair this guy. I don't know how much condition we have left on our sewing kit, because I've done a lot of repairing. Yes, okay, good. At 100% that gives us a big boost, so let's wear that one. We're going to drop all the others. I don't think we need to make any cloth right now. I'm going to drop all these here, and if we really need cloth we can come back. Let's just get our weight right down. Yep, okay. It's pretty much as good as we can get it right now. Our weight is still 20 kilos, that's good. We've got really useful lightweight food. We could do with tin stuff now. Preferably a tin opener. We've got tons of matches, so that's no longer a problem. We've got a hacksaw and hatchet, so wood is not a problem. Containers are not a problem. Can still do some repairing. Could do with more flares. What else? And in terms of materials, we're okay. We've got enough flammable stuff. Alright, we're actually in really good condition. I'm gonna do a little cut. For you, it will be no time at all, but I'm gonna cut it here and I'm gonna walk through the cave, so you don't need to watch that because it's kind of boring. And I'm gonna start again at the other side because we're gonna go check the other containers. So, let's see the magic of editing. Righto, here we go, back again. What have I done? I walked through the tunnel, and I also broke down all the wood I could find because there was a storm outside. So it was kind of a good idea to kill time. We've now got 6 hours of daylight left. I've just eaten and drunk. We are well rested, 97% condition. Where else? We have one flare, so the real thing I want to get right now is medicine and flares. Because we still don't have any kind of weapons, so the flare is our primary means of defense. So if we can get more flares, -3 degrees. It's not absolutely hateful. That's just it's like a different game. It's crazy. I'm not going to pick these sticks up. I'm going to do it on the way back. So I don't know what our weight is going to be like. So we're just going to collect all we can collect now. We're going to be careful of the wolves. The wolves usually hang around on the other side of that stream. So I'm going to stay on this side. Now we're kind of past the initial emergency survival stage. We can start thinking about what we do next, more sustainable stuff. So, for example, if we come across saplings, couldn't think of the word. If we come across saplings, it's now worth us collecting those saplings, and it may be worth us breaking down one of these boxes if it goes to, yeah, because that reclaimed wood, I'm going to take that, is one of the things we need to create traps for the rabbits. So I'm just going to take those 4. We don't need any more. I don't think there's anything else up in that direction. I'm going to take those cattails though. Let's see what's in here. This is the most important thing. I need medicine and flares. If we've got those, we can actually think about... Oh, crappy clothes. Actually, I shouldn't say that.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Some of these could be really useful. I'm not going to look down on anything. Yeah. I can't... More food. So I didn't really get what I wanted. I'm not going to complain. This is all really good stuff. But it makes me think about what we do next. And before we begin to climb the mountain, what we really should do, the smart thing, would be to go and check the other containers I know exist at this kind of ground level. That would involve a bit of a long walk. And I'm just thinking now. I would take a long walk. I don't know what's in those containers. And the biggest problem there is going to be self-defense, because we've only got this one flare. We'll be able to scare away some of the wolves, but any more than one lot is going to be a real problem. I just need to collect this food. I'm pretty sure there are no more containers up here. And I'm more concerned about the wolf than us wasting our flare, so I'm probably just going to grab this food and go. I'm sure enough that there aren't any more containers here that I'm not going to check. Which is pretty sure. I really hope that I don't read in the comments that I was wrong and I've missed something. That would suck. Actually, now just thinking about it, how cold are we? Oh yeah, we're getting cold. Okay, so we need to head back into the cave. We're just going to have to keep on doing this. We can only really think about doing short trips out. I mean, we'll put some of these clothes on. We'll see if any of these are better. But I mean, 4 hours a day. Like, we're going to have to spend the night in the cave. I'll cut that for you as well. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. From where we are here, on this side of the cave, it's a relatively short trip down to get those cargo containers that I'm thinking of. They're in the kind of forest region, for anyone who knows the Long Dark. There's a wooded area. And we're going to have to set off bright and early, head down there, take plenty of wood so that we can go into caves and heat ourselves up if we need to. But I'm thinking that's the smart play here, because if we start heading up to the top of Timberwolf Mountain without medicine and without flares, I'm not sure we'd make it. So yeah, I think the smart play is we stick to the ground regions. It also, I guess, gives me another chance if we can stay warm enough to collect the cattails around the lake, Crystal Lake. Okay, we're not too cold. We'll get our condition up to 100%, which is good. Also means we don't need to go through that frickin' cave again, which is a bit boring. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Also means I don't need to cut and edit this thing, which I really don't. I don't want to have to spend ages editing videos. You know, I do work full time, and I'm trying to start a business as well, a new company. And then there's my wife, and you know we're planning a holiday and planning to move into the new house we have bought. So the more time I can save, the more efficient I can be. Yeah, we're warming up with these YouTube videos, the better. Right, let's cut down on the boring bits. Okay, we can drop that reclaimed wood. Let me think. Are we going to come back through this way or not, of this cave? We might not come back this way, so I'm going to keep on carrying everything. On the other hand, we do need to drop some weight because we're going to pick stuff up. Okay. Alright, let's sleep on it. Let's have a little think while we rest. We're gonna come back through this cave. Because from that forested area, there is another way back to this cave. And I'm just trying to think, while I speak to you, is it worth us going that way? To see if there's any more resources. The only thing I can think of...
That guy who drank his own pee.
He just said, a guy would drink his own pee. I love it. Got tons of food. Could drop some of this food, actually. Alright, yeah, we should probably drop some stuff. All my matches are in really good condition. Yeah, so I could drop some of this wood. We don't need to take all of it, and then I can just make sure that I... Oh, it's this that's causing all of it, of course. It was retarded of me. Downstee ski jacket. Is this going to be better than the Mariner's pea coat? I have no idea. Is it worth repairing? That's definitely going to be better than the basic wool hat. This is the best hat in the game, so I'm going to wear that. Let's break these gloves down. We don't need these. I could cut this for you, but well, on the one hand it gives me a chance to just chat to you. You know, this is the chill time with you guys. I could tell you a story if I could think of any. Because you have to remember, when I record this, it's just me sitting in my room by myself, so it's kind of the same experience as being a crazy person. I'm just sitting here by myself, talking. I mean, I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to myself, so I guess it's not quite crazy territory. But it does kind of feel that way. Is this better than the pea jacket? I don't think it is it? No, it's not. Okay. Is it? I don't even know. This certainly isn't, so let's break that down. I'm tempted to just repair that. I don't know. No, changed my mind. Okay, we've only got 30% on the sewing kit, so we're not going to bother repairing that. We're just going to go with what we got. We're going to get one more piece of cloth. I'm going to carry that just as backup. I'm going to use this hat to do it. And I'm going to drop everything else here at the entrance. I'm going to drop some wood. Just decided that too. I'm going to save some weight. Because hopefully we collect a bunch of really useful stuff. Down to 25 kilos. Keep all my matches. That coal's really heavy, a kilo each. Drop that as well. Because we're coming back through, I'm going to drop this reclaimed wood. And Cedar, I'll take a lot. I'm going to take 5, because that means hopefully I don't need to spend too much time gathering wood. Right. Sorry for the old boring maintenance. Let's sleep through the rest of it. Let's speed this up. I'm going to go for 7 hours. Let's cut out the first hour of daylight. But that's it. We're gonna take the heat loss. No, we're not, because we can't go outside because there's a storm. Bugger. We're gonna have to do a fire. That sucks. I really wanted to get an early start. Let's use some of this coal and whatnot. I want that fir wood. There we go. Obviously, this is not the most interesting for you guys, and I apologise if it's starting to get a bit dull. But I was planning to head out and do a full day. You know, many hours in the many hours of daylight. But that storm's just ruined our plans. So it's time to do some water instead. We may as well. We've got loads of energy, so we may as well cook up as much water as we can and then drop some here at the entrance. We're going to need to come back through here anyway, because we've dropped a bunch of stuff. Right, let's get the rest of our sticks on there. Okay. I want to waste a bit of time here, so let's get 2.5 litres. And I appreciate this isn't necessarily the most interesting gameplay in the world. But yeah. What else is going on? I guess they're I guess Hinterland are preparing to launch story mode. Very, very exciting. Very exciting indeed. I'm really looking forward to that. I reckon story mode is going to be pretty epic, just judging by Hinterland standards so far, which I think are really, really high. I really like Hinterland. I think they're a great studio. They're good at responding to tweets. They seem like a friendly, professional bunch of guys. I love the fact that it was a Kickstarter project. You know, these are grassroots people. They created a really original idea. So all of this is excellent. I think they seem to have some really good... I'm going to cook up 1 coffee and just carry that with us. That's going to be our backup emergency energy booster if we get in trouble. Yep. We're still in the middle of a storm, which really sucks balls. Let's just... What can we do though? This is the long dark. This is the long dark. You have to roll with the conditions as best you can. And I actually watched a really good TV series recently, recommended by Accurize, no less. And if you don't know who he is, go and do a quick search for Accurize 2. Because he is the best, I would say. He's the best survival guy out there, by far. So yeah, I would really recommend him. He's a really nice. He seems like a really nice guy as well. Okay, we're kind of using up our fuel. I'm just doing this because, in general, a rule of thumb in the long dark is to, if you're going to do anything with a fire, do it in bulk. So, because we've just cooked up tons of water, it makes sense for us to just, if we're going to take water, take tons of water. And I just took that torch because it's kind of efficient to do so. Right. So, we've got nearly 10 kilos of water. Let's drink first. Peckish and thirsty. Thank you for your patience if you've stuck with me and watched all of that. I try to keep it at least reasonably interesting by blabbering away. So we're going to drop quite a lot. Drop 7 kilos. It's always better to drop entire kilos. We don't need to take all of this food either, so I'm going to drop the stuff that's in really good condition. But take... This is my paranoia now. I'm going to take all of the energy bars. As you can see, it's just getting our weight right down. This is fantastic stuff. Keep the tea just because it means I don't need to remember it. Can't save any weight here. Drop a couple of torches. We don't need 5. I'll keep all the matches because I'm paranoid. Right, down. So we're down to 20 kilos. Storm has passed. We're fed and all that good stuff. Right, we are heading down. Where are we going? Oh, it's not great weather. -4. Okay, it's just windy. We're okay. I'm going to keep on picking up sticks, even though it's not absolutely necessary anymore. It's just good practice. But yeah, we're in really good nick, actually, really good condition. So just to remind you, we are heading down to the forest area. We're going to check the other containers, and the reason for that is that we need medicine, and we really... Priority 1 right now is flares. We need as many flares as we can get, and we only have 1. So, because we only have 1 flare, we have no means of self-defense beyond scaring off 1 wolf, which really isn't going to get us very far up Timberwolf Mountain. Any bonuses while we're going? If we come across any saplings, that would be fantastic, because we can start to cure those and think about crafting. We want to think about whether we can, if we come across any carcasses, we'll also harvest the guts from those. And I guess any meat. Food isn't really an issue now. We have more than enough food. So actually, thinking out loud, maybe I won't harvest any meat at all. We should just stick to speed and staying warm. Our clothes, actually, yeah. Our clothes aren't good enough to allow us to harvest meat. We're just going to cool down too much, so we're not going to do that. We're going to rely on all these dried goods that we've found. We're going to live on bickies alone. Bickies and water. You can live off it. You wouldn't enjoy it, but if you had to, you know you would. Yes, that series, sorry, I interrupted myself. That series that I watched is called Alone, and it's absolutely great. I watched one at work, quietly, secretly, in the corner of my screen, because I was doing something really boring. So sometimes I do that, that's why I watch so much YouTube. Don't tell my boss. And I mentioned it to my wife, Fiora, and we watched the second episode together, and she was just hooked. She was as hooked as I was. So this show really is great. The concept's super simple. They take 10 guys, 10 volunteers, and they drop them on the north side, well, somewhere towards the north of Vancouver Island, which, if you know anything about Canada, you will know that it is cold, and it is wet, and it is miserable, and brutal, and horrible. So these 10 guys, you know, the other thing about Vancouver Island is that there are 7,000 bears, as in bears that will kill you, or seriously screw you up like in The Revenant. There are wolves, and there are also 1,000 cougars. And cougars are basically a kind of leopard, like a cold weather leopard. Yeah. So one guy taps out first night because a wolf comes right up to his tarp. They don't even have tents, he has a tarp. And that rabbit there is making me think, do we grab his guts? So we can start curing that for a bow, but I'm going to pass. Getting, yeah, temperature's too much of an issue. Yeah, so it's called Alone, and If you want to watch it, you can watch it for free if you are outside the US, as I am. You can watch it for free on the French version of YouTube called Daily Motion. The whole series is there, all 10 episodes. Absolutely fantastic. I was thrilled that it was there and it was free. Absolutely recommend it. On that note, we are going to see if we can avoid Mr. Wolf here. I'm going to get my flare out and I'm going to stop this one. Ooh, there he is. Can you see him right ahead? Directly ahead. Through the bush. Walking to the right, just on the ridge. So we got... Oh no, we turned around. Okay. I'm going to pause it here. Temperature's kind of an issue, but I think I know where a cave is and I think I know how to get there. So we're going to go for it. Thank you as always for watching. I will see you in the next episode. I'll try and upload it as soon as I can. I now have 2 PCs, so I can split video processing and uploading from gameplay, which is fantastic. Yes, thank you for watching. Ciao for now, boys. See you in the next one.